So, today we have to talk about a story that is, well, it's as heartbreaking as it is shocking. It's about a wonderful couple, their sudden tragic loss, and a final memory from a close friend that really changes how you see everything.
Just think about these words for a second. They're from actress Jane Fonda, who was a close friend of Rob and Michelle Reiner. This one sentence is just so haunting because it captures the absolute suddenness of it all. It paints this picture, right, of two people totally full of life just hours before they were found dead.
To really understand the sheer weight of this loss, we kind of need to see the Rainers through the eyes of the people who knew them best. So this story, it doesn't really begin like a news report. It starts as a personal tribute, one that's just filled with grief.
And what Fonda says here, it goes way beyond just friendship. She points out their shared passion for activism, how they were always trying to make the world a kinder place. You really get the sense they were a team, not just in life, but on a mission to bring about some positive change.
And then, the story takes this incredibly jarring turn. We go from these warm, vibrant memories to the cold, hard reality of a crime scene. Two victims, discovered right inside their own home.
Okay, so let's switch gears to the official timeline and see how this all actually unfolded. We're pivoting now from that personal grief to the grim, hard facts of the police investigation.
The official reports lay it all out pretty clearly. On the afternoon of December 14th, officers from the LAPD were called to the Reiners' home in Brentwood, and it was there around 3:40 p.m. that they made the tragic discovery.
You know, the investigation moved fast, really fast, and what it uncovered just sent absolute shockwaves through the community. An arrest was made, and the suspect was someone impossibly, unbelievably close to the victims.
And this is the question at the absolute center of it all, the one that's just devastating. After discovering Rob and Michelle, the focus immediately shifted to figuring out who could possibly be responsible.
The answer is, it's almost unthinkable. The LAPD arrested the couple's own son, 32-year-old Nick Reiner, on suspicion of their murder. And just like that, a story of profound loss becomes this even more devastating family tragedy.
To really grasp the shock of this whole thing, we have to rewind the clock just 24 hours. Because the couple's final night, it was spent surrounded by friends, and by all accounts, they seemed to be without a care in the world. When you look at the timeline, it's stunning how quickly everything just fell apart. On December 13th, they're at a Christmas party hosted by Conan O'Brien. Later that same night, Jane Fonda sees them looking healthy and happy. Less than 24 hours later, the police are at their home.
So as this case moves forward, we're all left with this really stark, painful contrast. You know, the life the Reiners lived, and the violent, shocking way that it ended.
And that's what makes this whole thing so hard to wrap your head around. On one hand, you have this couple who are remembered for being generous and funny and just dedicated to making the world better. And on the other, you have this violent end and an accusation that strikes right at the very heart of their own family.
Look, the facts of the case, they're going to continue to come out as this goes through the legal system. But that central, haunting question is going to remain. How does a story that started with such a legacy of kindness end in a tragedy this unimaginable and this close to home? For now, that's a question with no easy answer.